might have seen some people saying that I said that it's the responsibility of women to show empathy to men, but I asked you to go back and look at my videos, and I literally never once said that. So I'm going to go through what my points were, and if you disagree with me, feel free to have a conversation in the comments. My first and main point was that young men between the ages of 16 to 22 deserve empathy. I didn't say all men. I was referring to young men. Call them boys if you want, because they're still really not adults. And I said that this is because they are not really capable of emotionally compartmentalizing and understanding what is being said to them, what they are seeing online, what they are hearing. I never said it was women's responsibility. I said it is our responsibility as a society. And I'm saying that from the perspective of a teacher who works with young boys. 2, I probably made a lot of mistakes in the videos that I made. I actually even acknowledge that in almost every video that I made, that I probably misspoke, said something wrong, and that there was places for me to learn and grow. That was something that I straight up from the beginning acknowledged. Literally go back and look at the first video. It has like 44,000 views. You can scroll back and find it. And yes, I have been blocking people who I think have been engaging in bad faith conversations. I've actually had some really good conversations in DMs and in some comment sections of some videos. And if you go to my repost, you'll actually see that there's quite a few people who disagree with me or broke down my videos and what was wrong with it. And I reposted those videos when I felt like they did it in a way that wasn't essentially attacking me and just basically attacking the arguments that I had. If you didn't put words in my mouth, instead you deconstructed what you heard, I reposted it, even if I didn't agree with it. I've had experts reach out to me, and I've reached out to some experts, and I'm having conversations. I had a lot of parents and a lot of teachers message me, thanking me for the videos that I was making, saying that they felt as though there was a part of the conversation that was missing. Basically saying that, yeah, they feel as though their young boys, their young students, or their children are being pushed away by society, and that they don't have the ability to understand what's going on, and that when we treat them with empathy, they have noticed that there has been a better response. Because once again, the core of what I've been getting at is about boys, young boys, between the ages of 16 and 22. Kids who have not yet been out in the real world. And yes, there are some people in that age bracket who can do some pretty monstrous stuff. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the average kid, the average boy, and how we need to treat them with empathy, the same way we would treat all young people with empathy. If you want to disagree with some of the things that I have said, leave them in the comments. But if you are going to misconstrue my arguments, I am going to block you. That is my right. Because when people say that I am supporting or endorsing heinous actions and activities, I'm sorry, I just can't have a conversation with somebody like that. People have been putting words in my mouth. They've been putting arguments in my mouth that I did not make. And yes, you can have a problem with how I address the videos. You can have a problem with my tone. You can have a problem with the way that I was being aggressive. You have every right to be upset with how I did that. I was upset when I made that video. I was already angry about something else. So that was me being in a bad place, making a bad choice there, 100%. So just to reiterate, I never, literally never once said that it is women's responsibility to show empathy to men who do bad things. I never, ever, 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 ever said that. I said that it is our responsibility as a society, coming from the perspective as a teacher, as somebody who went through the system when I was a young man, and I was in certain scenarios where I saw stuff that didn't go well, and I saw people who were women and people who were minorities point out to me that the situations that I were put in were unfair, and me pointing out that those people coming to me and expressing that and thanking me for speaking up and using my privilege in that moment, those were very positive experiences for me to learn about how to use my privilege appropriately, and for me to learn about how we can better bring people into conversations. So that was my original video. Go back. That's the original video that I was talking about. I never said it's women's responsibility. I said it's all of our responsibilities. And I was talking about 16 to 22-year-olds, young boys. And I'm sorry, but if you have an issue with me saying that we need to show empathy to children, you are not emotionally mature enough to have this conversation. You can have issues with however else I dealt out the information. You can have issues with my replies. You can have issues with my tone, for sure. But if you put words in my mouth, or you disagree with the fact that kids deserve empathy, you do not belong in this conversation. I'm sorry.